water and the bottom of it had like drips. Oh well, I've got a drippy shirt. Good job me. It'll dry. It's just some water. I'm just like checking the bottom of the water thing now. It's all right. That's not embarrassing at all. Good morning. Hello. Welcome to this week's live craft and chat where we drip water on our shirts literally the second the camera changes. It's cool. It's cool. Nothing to worry about here. So hoping you can see, you can hear all those good things. Let me know in the chat if there is a problem. So much activity in the chat beforehand. A big part of that is because daylight savings in Australia has started, and lots of people jumped in the chat just a smidgy dash early. So yeah. so I'm just going to run through. I think that Francis was the first one off the bat. I forgot that I'm in daylight savings now. I have an extra hour. Sorry about that. Leanne's jumped in as well. Josephine, did you find your vanilla Pepsi Max? Did you find it? Like, curious. Kerry Randall, I am so sorry you're in bed sick today. I hope you get some good rest and you start to feel better soon. Kelly Pole, just in time to make another coffee. I too have coffee. I have coffee in my Yeti. I have tea in my Yeti. And I also have water in my Yeti. And I'm just like, where the heck did the drippy water come from? Oh, I found it. When I refilled it, because I just refilled it through the top, it got me. It got me. Francis ended up down a rabbit hole. Awesome. Sarah Spice is in the chat. Good to see you, Sarah. Knitspin Girls has made it. Great to see you as well. I see that that some of you have found some of the fun emojis in the emoji wall today. We do have Stream Ninja open, so if you remember any of the chat commands, they may work as well. I say may because I haven't tested them today. I look refreshed. Thank you. I've splashed water on me, apparently. It'll dry. It'll dry. Shannon Cooper is here. Great to see you. Bianca has made it. Mel is here. Sally is a super chat. Artisan 30. No, not super chat. Members chat. 36 months. I don't know how it's that already either. I have no idea. Sounds like Abby is just creeping in. Are those the I need to go in and fix the length of time on the things. They're flashing too fast. I noticed it in a stream I did the other day. Nothing that I did. It's just something that happens sometimes. Hello, birthday boy Lou Dog. Hang on, I just bring in the Louis cam. It's Louis's birthday and he scored. Hang on, I've got to get the little camera going. There it is. He's looking because I have a ball. The phone. Oh. Here we go. He got two. Louis 4 today. He went out this morning and did birthday things. I'm going to need to move his camera angle down because he is out of the shot. There we go.
And then he's coming to my work party.
And now he's off to Abby's work party. I'll put your fruit platter in the fridge, by the way.
Thanks.
I splodged water the second I went live. Yeah, classy. So classy. Now, I was going in to fix something. So let me just quickly see what I can do about that. So I am custom GIFs. Commands. No, that's not what I want. Sorry, guys. I didn't think I would have to fix it here as well. Ticker, custom GIF commands. Okay, let me go here to the... I've got to find where it is on this end. Sorry, guys. Everyone's saying happy birthday. Louis left. Louis is like, I'm out of here. Let me find where I add those in. All right, so if someone wants to drop in one of those chat commands, we'll see if what I just did fixed anything. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. All righty, look at all those birthday cakes bouncing around. That is so cute. That is so cute. And I can't believe he's 4, honestly. He's 4. I will take the chat command advice. Alrighty. Thank you. Thank you for look at all these. It's so cute. I'm loving everything. I had some friends like, oh, you don't find those emojis distracting? I'm like, nope, I love them. Because I get to only look, they don't like, then it's not like they're here like in real life, because then I would be freaking out because there's things flying at me on a screen I can deal with. All right. The only one I can remember is the coffee one. Oh, there you go. So we've got a few. We've got coffee, hydrate. There's a couple around. Do it. Yes, this. There's a few of them. All right. One thing I wanted to talk about today, and you know, is the chair, right? It's the chair. It's the buy me a coffee. It's the buy me a coffee fund me thing for the chair, and we're getting really close to me being able to, with a little bit of the savings I've got as well, to me being able to pull the trigger and actually buy the chair. So if you have a spare coffee that you can throw me, then please do so, because then I can get the chair. I was going to try and wait until like Black Friday sales, only to find out this particular company doesn't actually do much in regards to Black Friday sales. They're like, we keep our prices cheap year round, or best value year round. So there's no point in waiting till the end of November if I don't have to wait. I mean, if I do have to wait, I have to wait. It's that simple. But if I don't have to, that would be amazing, because even my chiropractor is like, when are you buying the chair? She's on my case. I'm like, soon. Also, I may have added the coffee noise to automatically play, where I don't have to press any buttons, so I don't miss it when somebody does buy me a coffee, as long as, hang on a second, as long as the widget is open, which the widget is open. So that, I was just like, I'm going to double check that before I go too far down that road. Leanne's throwing chairs in the chat. I love that, Leanne. What's the blue one? Oh, it's okay. That's also a chair. It's a different chair. That's a comfier chair. Okay. All right. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention is next week's stream is Halloween. It is literally Halloween here in Australia. I know it'll be the day before if you're not in Australia. So next week I'll be, you know, theming it up a little bit. Nothing, you know what I'm like. It'll be some fun. It won't be too crazy. It'll still be kid friendly. I think, yeah, it should be. There might be some creepy noises every now and again, but just creepy, not too scary. Because I don't want to hear them if they're too scary. So yeah. So next Thursday is this Saturday is the final Kawanda Cafe meetup. So we have to find a new venue, which hopefully we'll have booked and ready in time for our final one of the year. But Kawanda Cafe, which is where we meet for our thing, will no longer be taking group bookings. So we won't be able to meet there anymore. What is the chair thing about? You've missed a few weeks. What's going on with the chair? I have to replace my chair. The lumbar support is not in the correct place, and it's actually causing me pain. And it has been for a little while, but now it's getting worse and worse and worse. So I have to buy a new chair, and a good ergonomic chair costs a lot. And I sit in this chair, like I sit in this chair today for 2 hours. Now, if I'm just working around the house here, I don't. I sit in it for half an hour and then I go and do something else and come back, because 2 hours I'll actually be like, oh, this is quite painful. I'll be very uncomfortable for the rest of the day. I'll need some pain relief and a massage gun to help. Because what it is this chair is, I don't even know like when it started being uncomfortable. It wasn't always uncomfortable. It was very comfortable at the start. And then it slowly got progressively less and less comfortable. But like my husband sits on it and he's like, it's fine. But for him, the lumbar actually sits in his lumbar. For me, it doesn't. It sits too low. So I'm pushed forward. I actually, my chiropractor said it's like I'm sitting on a stool where my feet don't touch the ground for hours at a time. She goes, that's really not good for your body. Anyway, so that's what's going on with the chair. But ergonomic chairs are expensive. And so I've gone for a middle of the road kind of one. I'm not going ridiculous. Well, it's not that it's ridiculous. I'm just not going to the top of the line ones which get all the best reviews because at 2,500 Australian dollars. And I'm not ready for that. I've done progressively little steps over the years. I went from like the $100 chair to the $200 chair, and probably if I had have just gone straight into the fancy chair straight away, I probably wouldn't have made all these steps. But you guys know the drill. You don't jump to the fanciest one straight up, or at least I tend not to. Sad face. Oh, I know. Kawanda closing its ability for meals and group bookings is very sad to me. It is very sad. Yeah, Sarah, thank you. I saw those floating around. It is a bit of that, unfortunately, and I hate to ask. All right. Now, the next thing is this guy, right? We're nearly out of yarn, like pink yarn. I had to get Crochet with Claire, was the only person I knew that would have some. So she sent me a whole nother ball of the pink, right? It's getting quite big. I should have measured it, actually. I didn't measure it. And there's not enough floor room in here to measure it. So, this is what's left of the existing thing. So I'm thinking we might get a roll or two out of this ball. But Claire did send me, let me just check this. Oh my gosh, it's even the same dial art. That is amazing. Claire did send me one more ball of the Flamingo pink. But I would like to use that at least partially to get at least a row back and front on the border. At least a row on the front, and I don't know how much it'll take because these are 200 grams, so that's a good amount. But I just don't know how much yarn the border is going to take. Honestly, I've not done a border with this particular pattern before. I've done borders with the Mosaic blankets, and I know they're very yarn hungry. But that's about as far as I've got. So let's.
Coffee time.
Someone bought three coffees.
Cappuccino. Java. Yes.
Here's to a comfy bottom. Thank you. And see, because it plays the sound straight away, I've got like a little monitor over here where I've actually just got the headphones set to really loud so that I can hear when something happens without the microphone picking it up. And so I can see it. So thank you to whoever that someone was. I very much appreciate that. In the meantime, I shall have some coffee. I'll try not to spill it. Thanks, Abs. Look, my shirt dried. Told you it was just water. Just in case you didn't believe me. All right, so let's grab the dice. Grab the dice. Grab the hook. A hook and the dice. Alrighty, let's make some space. We don't need that one for right now. We'll get some yarning going. Get the yarning going. Alrighty, let's. Now I have made the drop down camera. Where is it? There it is. Quite large, so you get to see a bit more of my desk. But it's just so that the pink is not. I mean, it's still quite eye melting. I probably could just zoom it in. All right, so let's start with dice. It's dice roll time. Roll the dice to choose the next color. Fantastic. Alrighty, let's roll the first dice. What color have we got coming? Number 5 is Parrot. Alrighty, that was the last color we had as well. No. Alrighty, so I will just zoom this in a bit. I thought it would ease the pink out a little bit, but it didn't. There we go. Alrighty, lots of. We need a green to kick us right. Josephine says, could you right now start the border of the left edge, go down around the bottom, and then up the right? This will give you an idea. Josephine, I love the idea, but the catch is with this border, you actually have to do a slip stitch round first, and you work into the slip stitches. And I suppose I could start a slip stitch edge. It could be done, but it would be a little cumbersome, but it could be done. It could be done. I just need to give it some thought. But I would need to like start a slip stitch edge, like, you know, sort of here, and slip stitch it down, and go from there. I have been tying off the rounds as they go through. I went through and tied off all the sides, so anything new will still need to fix up, but any of the, like, it's the majority of the blanket's ready for the border, so because it's better if you tie the little sides into knots before you give them a trim. What's with the parrot emojis? What did I miss? Oh, it's fine. I've just realized it's fine. The color we're using is parrot, Chantel. Just the green parrots threw me. That's all. That's all. Yarn balls. There we go. All right. Yeah. So it's going to be really sad. Yeah. Thank you, Sal. I'm just an idiot. That's all. It just took me a little second. I'm a little bit slow this morning. My brain's just not quite as fast as it could be. So I've done a lot of crochet. I'm not sure if you can see. I've got my little, I've been crocheting too much red rash that I get on my arms when I've been doing too much, because I'm madly trying to get through some fairly decent sized Christmas projects, as well as my goal to finish some projects off for the end of the year, as well as work on this one. So I've been crocheting hard at night before I go to bed, because I really want to make these goals. So, yeah, I'm so excited. Be so excited when I can show you these projects, and go from there. So, but I can't show until they're gifted, because some of the people that they're going to follow my crafty stuff. So yeah. What have I done here? No, I'm still going. It's fine. Sal says, I feel that. Yeah. Who's sent a late note? Game Widow sending a lone late night to bounce around the screen. No, I didn't, The Lone Wanderers, but I'm in Australia, so I don't really get a lot of Canadian news, I'll be honest. Francis says, I'm finally getting into weaving my Christmas projects. They've been sitting there berating me since about March. See, my problem is that while I sort of start thinking earlier in the year about, you know, I'm like, oh, make sure I don't want to go into the Christmas rush with like 400 things to get done. And, you know, I want to get it out of the way before it gets too crazy. And I want to make sure I'm not washing and blocking like the week before Christmas. So yeah, it just, you know, but I think I'm not going to let this happen. And then, you know, invariably you turn around and it's the end of October and you're like, I could have sworn it was still April, and the whole year has disappeared, and you're just like, no, I'm still going to get all these 11 billion things done. And it won't be till like mid-November where I'm like, okay, I can't actually do all this stuff. Something has to give. Mid-November. Yeah, mid-November. And even then I'll still try and push one or two things. It is interesting to see which news makes it. Right now, Australia, the international news that's really hitting Australia is all the political crap coming out of the US. So, which Those of you that have been around, you know my political views, but those of you who don't, I'm not going to go into it. But yeah, I think it's important. We also have, like, I had to vote the other day here, because we have an election here on Saturday as well. So, and I think is it just Queensland? I'm not sure. I think there's Queenslanders voting, and I think another state might be voting as well. But yeah, we're having to vote for our premier of our state. Oh, thank you, Sarah, and thank you for not spoiling it for those that are still wordling around those days. I appreciate the restraint. And you're right, I do like that. I think that's very cool. I think that's a very cool wordle. I also have to remind myself that Wordle is an American-based company, therefore it has American spelling of words. I would have really been thrown because I wouldn't have spelt fiber like that. So, yeah, I think that's one of the tricky things when international people are using American-based things. They have to remember that Americans spell words differently than the rest of the English language. Game Widow says, we just had our council elections. Thankfully, they are postal ballots. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, I actually, for the very first time, I did an early vote. So I usually go in on the Saturday and vote on the Saturday. In Australia, all our elections are held on Saturdays, because it's compulsory to vote. So with a large proportion of the population working Monday to Friday 9 to 5, or at least when the rules came in, they needed to be available and around to vote, because in Australia you get fined if you don't vote. And so they make it as easy as possible. We get to do fun things like democracy sausages, which I will miss out on. My husband has pointed out very cheerfully that he'll be going out for a democracy sausage, and I just reminded him that I'll be going out to Kawanda for breakfast. So, yeah, I knew that Wordle was created by somebody else, and he originally made it as a fun game for his wife. I didn't know he was from New Zealand, but I do know it had been bought out by the New York Times, but all the new words are American spelling. Our local voting, and that's the other thing, we also have a lot of polling stations. So because it is compulsory to vote, and most people try to vote on, most people vote on the day, there's a lot of polling stations. Like I would say there's at least 4 polling stations within a 10-minute drive of my house. So yeah. So that it's very different. It's a very different way to a very different way that like voting is, considered here. Like in Australia, everyone makes it possible for you to, if you've got to work on a Saturday, you can either do postal votes, or you can actually go in and find I'm not sure exactly how far apart they are, but there's usually somewhere within a reasonable amount of distance that you can go to for an early vote. I only had to drive 8 minutes to get to somewhere where I could early vote, which meant that I could just go in any of the day. I think is it 2 weeks beforehand or a week beforehand that you can go in and early vote? So I was able to go in, and Abby and I did a whole pile of errands, and she was my taxi driver. And so we ran around and did a whole pile of errands, and I was like, let's vote while we're at it, because aren't you busy Saturday as well? And she was like, oh yeah. So we both went off and voted. So yeah, it's just one of those things. And I think the whole voting, the whole voting attitude in Australia is a little bit different, just because it is compulsory to vote and every individual vote matters. It's not counted as part of blocks of electoral colleges or anything like that. So it's a bit different. It's a bit of a different system. Nitspin Girl says, I always vote early if I can. I don't cope well with crowds. Yeah, my thing is I do love, especially a lot of our polling stations, quite often they're held in schools or community centres and things like that, which means that there's usually little stands that sell plants. It's think like a little mini market day. So you have your democracy sausages that you pay for, and then you also have, your sometimes they'll have jams and baked goods and things like that, and there's plants, and Sometimes there's secondhand book stands. It depends on where you go. I think isn't there like a whole website about, where you can go for a democracy sausage? So it seems Australians are obsessed with the sangers on the like snags on bread, because we've got the democracy sausages, we've got the Bunnings sausages. It's just like wherever we go, we want to be able to get a piece of white bread with some barbecued onion and a sausage and some sauce. I don't know what it is. It's great, and I'm not complaining about it, but I don't know what it is. Kerry says she's got 3 polling places within walking distance. That is awesome. Game Widow says my boss drove me to vote when I worked on polling day. He had a sausage twill, so I voted. Awesome. Oh yeah, the English to English translations is funny, isn't it? Francis says, since getting sick a few years back, I vote early now. Plus, I work most Saturdays. Oh, we did, didn't we? We even made the King and Queen of England, which is also our King and Queen, because we're part of the oh my gosh, it's not what's it called? No, I was going to say Republic. It's not Republic. We are part of, oh, my brain's not giving me the word. Anyway, we have a King and Queen and a Prime Minister. We don't have a president. Commonwealth. Oh my gosh, that's it. That's it. We're part of the Commonwealth. Thank you. Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. I'm so glad Abby's not here. She would just be laughing and rolling around and calling me all sorts of dumb names like Goober. It is Commonwealth. We're part of the Commonwealth, so we have a King and Queen, and the King and Queen are visiting Australia, basically for the first time since they were made King and Queen, and yeah, they flipped some snags on a barbie. So, we're not afraid of getting anybody to help out making the snags on a barbie. So, yeah. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to show you guys the chair that I'm planning on buying. And it's not like probably the expected chair, but the reviews I've heard on it from people who used them is really good. I've even been able to actually chat with a couple of people who bought them, because it's a bit of a different option when you're thinking ergonomic chairs, right? So, what was this? Camilla had the best sausage sizzling skills. Charles needs more practice. I can't imagine he would do much sausage sizzling. Kelly says, I look forward to the review of the chair you buy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. One thing I have heard is just buy the big chair. Just get the really big one. No matter how short you are, your head can reach the headrest. Like unless you're like a toddler. But there was a 5'2" lady sitting on it, and her head reached the headrest. Because that was my biggest concern, was if I choose the bigger chair, no matter what chair I choose, my feet's not going to reach the floor. But you know what? That's the case no matter what. No matter what chair I choose, my feet don't reach the floor. So I have a hard thing under my desk for putting my feet on. I don't know what it's called. And you can tilt it on an angle, or you can make it flat, and it's got bobbly bits on it. It's very comfy. I have one of those. I've had one for years because I am short, and no matter which chair I get, I can never get it to do what I want it to do. So, yeah, footstool. Oh no, I think they've got a footrest. Footrest is the word I was looking for. Thank you, the Lone Wanderer's Bunker, and Holly. Yeah, footrest rather than the footstool. Very, very comfy. I'm like, should I show it? But I don't know what condition it's in. I'm going to show it. I'll bring it up. It's a bit dusty. But it's this guy. Let me just go here. This guy. And it sits and it's very dusty because it's been on the floor. But you can tilt it and you can do all sorts of fun stuff with it. It's very good. I like it. I've had a few different ones. I'm happy with this one. The only thing that I would like better is if it just was a little bit soft for my little sookie baby fit. but it's hard plastic, which makes it really easy to keep clean, actually. Dust in the air. Back to there. Keep crocheting. We're nearly at the end of the row. Oh, I'm holding my hook wrong. I don't like that. Francis says, even as a taller person, I like a footrest under my desk. Yeah, that's what my husband says. He likes a footrest too. The game winner says, my old work had a milk crate for a footrest under my bench desk. And Holly says, I have one just like that at work. Well, I scored this one from Tim's work when they moved office. They did something very corporate, which was they just left everything at the old office. And if anyone wanted, there was a couple of things that was taken, but most things were left. And if anybody wanted any of the stuff, they could just have it. So this was Tim's old footrest from under his desk because he was getting a new one. So he didn't need it. What's that blob of pink? There it is. Come out, blob of pink. Because I reckon I've got at least a row left of this pink. Leanne says, I use a foot massager that's on the same angle as your footrest. Awesome. Foot massager would be far superior. That would actually be really, really nice. I would take a foot massager. Although, is it quiet? Because like that's the thing. Whatever I use in this room needs to basically be silent. Or the microphones pick it up. Like I don't even have my fan on. Because I watched the replay back and every time I spoke, I could hear the fan and it did my head in. I know you guys don't mind, but I do. I mind. So, but what I did do is I did put the air cons on the house this morning. We're due to get quite a warm day today with all the cloudy overcastiness. There we go. So yeah, but I was going to go like a really like, you know, because this chair company actually, the chairs, the chair company I'm buying from called Secret Lab, they, unlike most chairs, you know, that you can choose in like 2 or 3 colors, like you either get the stock standard black, which I don't want a black chair, or you get, you know, maybe a gray or sometimes a blue, right? They're the colors I'm used to being able to get my hands on. But these guys have a mint green. And I've been like, oh no, I won't get the mint green. I'll get the grey. I'll get the grey. And I'm like, what? Why can't I have the mint green? Why can't I have it? I could totally have it. And there's even like a nice soft pink, but like as I'm not a pink person, I don't like it. But pink is actually one of those colors that does nice things for my skin. I just don't like pink. Like it's one of those things. Like do I go the pink that will, you know, do the nice things for my skin, or do I go the color I actually want? I can screen share and show the cut, because I mean you guys have really helped push that along to get me where I am. So it's not, Leanne says no, it's not. The options are many, and there's also a heating button. You wouldn't run it while you're live. Okay. Oh, look at the suns. I love the little suns. Thanks, Sarah. But yeah, it's just one of these things where I'm just like, I'm so torn. I'm so torn. Do I go the, you know, the well-behaved corporate-ish color, or do I have some fun with it? I don't know. I've never had the option with a chair before to actually choose something that I liked rather than just something that I fitted. Because look, I'm going to be really blunt and really honest. I'm usually very limited by which chairs I get because of my size, right? And so that usually does put a lot of limits in place, but I don't have the same limits here. So I'm just like, which one do I go with? I think it's called mint green. I think of it as mint green. It's probably got some rando name, but but I think it's called mint green. Now, the other thing, sorry, just to go off topic and just to talk about the blanket for just a second, is once I have finished the last row of the colour and done the row of the pink, I actually need to do an additional row of the half double crochets to get it to match the other end. So, yeah. So that's the other thing. I need extra yarn for that ability as well, to be able to get that extra little row in of the half double crochets. I think you should go the flash one. Have fun, go with the mint. Which is why, since you have the choice this time, go for the one you love. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards, because I don't often get a choice, and having a choice has made it even harder. Let me just, I'm so used to, well, like, this is the one that fits, so okay. Like, I bought sketches. I needed sketches in whites, and they were like, okay, well, these are the only 2 styles we've got, and they only come in 3 colors each. And I didn't, I either wanted black for one of them or not black for the other one. So that was like, well, you can have this one or this one. And it was just like, whereas sketches has got like 4 million different styles and a pile of different colors and stuff like that. But once you need to go for a wide shoe, that rules all that out. So I'm just like, okay. But in saying that, I'm very curious, because my wide sketches are very wide. So I'm wondering how wide the non-wide sketches are. I didn't even try on the non-wides, because I thought that, I wouldn't be able, it just wouldn't work. So I'm very curious, but in saying that, I actually very much like both pairs of sketches that I've got. So I was actually really happy with what I was able to choose. Yeah, normally I have a choice of beige, white, or black. Yeah. Get one to matchy with your Yetis. Well, I mean, this is the thing. The mint one may match this Yeti-ish a bit. Now I don't know. The purple was also nice. Sally, are you on the website? Are you over there checking it out? Look, I'm just gonna jump into screen share. Just give me a little minute. I'm gonna jump out. First of all, I will open it. I can't spell Secret Lab, apparently. Alrighty. Let me go. I need that gone. And then screen share. Oh, I'll make it bigger. There we go. All right. So this is it. This is the company. This is called Secret Lab. And I'm looking at, let me look, I just clicked a link and that's what it brought me. I'm looking at the Titan Evo series. And it's these ones, not the light ones. Oh yeah, thanks, Siri. Didn't ask for your help, but cool. So a couple of things. So they say choose from 66 variants, right? These, like, there's a pile of choices, okay? Now, most of them are specific to a thing, to Warcraft or something particular that people love. And that's awesome. No Star Wars ones available, which is sad. But I'm just looking at these. I want a fabric chair. So I'm looking at, I was actually looking at this cookies and cream one, which was like, this is the one I'll get. I'll get this one. I'll be very, because I don't want black, so it's not black. And I like grey, so, grey is cool. But then I keep looking at this one. And it just looks so cute. Like, look at the colour. And look, it'll match pretty good with my cup. I mean, it'll be slightly different, but it's pretty close, right? Like, I think that these guys need to get together. So, and this is the pink one. The pink one is cute as well. It's a nice soft pink. It's not too crazy. That one is gorgeous. I love that one. I think that's lovely, but I don't want a purple chair. I'll be really honest. But see this one here? See this blue? Why can't we have one in that color blue? Like I would buy that in a heartbeat. So if I could get that bright blue, like a bright teal blue, I'd get that in a second. So yeah, but then you've got all these like, you know, if you're a League of Legends player, you can get this one. And if you're right into The Witcher, like I like The Witcher, not enough to buy a chair. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, I like that blue, but I don't want to get the Valorant one because I might get called some names or something because I've got a chair for something and I bought it just for the color. like I don't want to deal with any of that. I just want a nice chair. So, and this is the thing, they're so cute. The other thing is, you ready for it? You can just buy chair covers. So down the track, if they bring out a new color that I absolutely love, I can actually just buy the covers and switch out the cover. So I really love this mint. So I would get the mint, right? Go away. I don't need your help. I need the big one. So confirm that. And I would like, if I can, I would like to add on the plush cell memory foam armrests. I've heard very good things about those. If you're and I like to lean back and do stuff. Like I watch a lot of stuff and I like to be able to utilize my armrest, but I don't on this one because they're not flat. These ones on this chair, they actually curve down, which is like, what is the point? Anyway, so that's what I want to get. Oh, did I not select that? Select plus. And I think the silver would look cute with the grey, although I do think the pink would look cute, but I'll go with the silver. I'll be a bit more boring. And so that's what I'm looking at, 1,018. So yeah. And I've got money I'm adding in as well. So it's not all just the thing, but that's where I'm at. So I want this chair in very big, because apparently if you go the very big, while yes, you can set yourself up to be super ergonomic, if you're a feet on the chair kind of person, me, then you can actually even crush your legs on it. And because it's not like the traditional gaming chairs where these sections, well, it's just a static image. It's not going to rotate every time I go near it. I'm like, I just want to point at it. The bits on the chair that scoop up on the sides, a lot of gaming chairs are so hard that it's really uncomfortable. This is still soft and plushy, so it doesn't matter. I have not sat on one, and it is not possible for me to sit on one until I purchase one, because of there's no stores that stock them, so I can't sit on one, which is unfortunate. But if I sit on it and I don't like it, I can send it back. And some of the companies are like, yeah, sure, we allow that as long as you pack it back into the box exactly how we did, or we're going to take a 10% fee. These guys are a bit less like precious. So it's obviously going to pull it out of the box and to reshelve it themselves anyway. They're going to pull it out and check it. Whereas some of these other companies, it's obvious that they'll open it up and have a quick look and go, yep, and then just reshelve it. So, their returns policy is a lot better. It is annoying. And look, I'm going to be really honest, I would have to really travel from where I am to actually try any chairs. Unless I want like something that's available at JB Hi-Fi, which I've looked at those and I'm not keen. But like I was looking at, it's not the Herman Millers, it was something else. It was another good brand. And I was like, oh, they're available at Officeworks. But no, only one, like I would have to travel a fair whack to be able to find a store that had one for me to sit on. And then it's a 12-week wait from when I order it. And my budget would only allow me to get the black one. And even then I'm going like $1,300 over the budget. No, not $1,300, $300. $300 over the budget. So yeah, I'm going to stick with, I'm thinking the mint. What do you guys think about the mint? Did you have a preference of a color? Was there like a color that you were just like, no, I think you should get, the purple or the pink or something? Or do you think that, and it is called mint green. I think of it as mint green, but Just because I think of a color as a particular way doesn't mean it's actually. Oh, and they all come with their own head pillow. Like they all come with one automatically. So I don't have to pay extra for the headrest. So that is included. It's just not in these photos, that's all. Let me just double check it's not in any of the photos. I'm just watching a. Yeah, it's there's no photo that's got. Oh yeah, no, there we go. Come back. How can I click that and then the photo not actually be there? That's really dumb. Go away. Let me just find the photo with the headrest. I had it a second ago. There it is. Let me just screen share again so you can see the headrest. There you go. There's the headrest. It's magnetic on, and you can move it around up and down and stuff like that. So, and you can just take it off if you don't want it. It's easy. It's just basically a big magnet holding it on. So lots of mint, green, mint, mint, mint. There we go. Thank you guys. I appreciate all all opinions are well appreciated when it comes to good chairs. And it's like, it's one of these things, right? Like, even if it's not 100% an amazing chair, it's going to be better than what I've got. It's going to be better than what I've got. And sometimes you just have to think, is it a step up? Yes, it is. That's enough. Like that's enough of it. That's all I need. I just need it to be, what I need is a chair I can sit on for a few hours and not get up like a little old lady going, oh my God, my back, ow, this is ridiculous, and go and find my massage gun to release my lower back because the lumbar support is pushing in that spot under your lumbar. So, coffee time. Okay. Look at you guys digging out those green emojis. It's like random green emojis. Like, is there broccoli? There's broccoli. Someone's hit the fresh food aisle of the emojis. I take it you guys approve of the emoji wall now, and that you would like it if I would continue to use it. It's so fun. I love it. Alrighty. Do you know what? I still haven't been able to find my scales. I've got 2 sets of scales and I cannot find either of them. I've probably put them somewhere really safe. You know where one of them probably is? With my ball winder, which I also can't find, which is driving me insane. I've pulled so many things apart looking for it. Francis says, I wish I could take a decent chair into school every day. I teach at, I'm at a different school every day. Oh my gosh. That would be hard. I mean, yeah. And none of them supply you with a decent chair. That's ridiculous. Okay. We're getting very yarn barfy out of this here. Again, what are you doing? Oh, I do want to switch that back. My dream chair. There we go. Back to that screen so I can see if anything's going on. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze, I think. No. Looking for yarn. Oh yeah, sorry, Leanne. Thank you. I don't know where it is. I really don't. I've got got 2 Swifts, and I've got 1 big ball winder, and I have 2 Nitpicks ball winders, and I think I threw away the old one, but I did not throw away the new one. So, oops, what have we got here? Serious Barfage. There we go. Yeah, it'll be somewhere really safe. I would have put it somewhere safe. Don't know where the safe place is, so it'll be safe. It'll be somewhere. I just don't know where it is. I did, and this is the problem. I moved a whole pile of stuff around a little while ago, and I obviously didn't say out loud where I put it because that's how I remember things. If I say it out loud, or if I hear it, then I remember the conversation, but I don't remember just seeing it, if that makes any sense. Just a bizarre thing that my brain does. Sarah says, I've been winding skeins old school way like Arnie, Arna from Arna and Carlos. And you know what? Look, I do have another ball winder, and it's just big and chunky, and it's just a pain to pull out every time I want to use it. And I could totally do it old school, kick it old school, but I'm just frustrated that I can't find it, and I know my scales are with it. The last time I used my yarn winder and scales was at retreat. So, yes. And I believe I've unpacked all my retreat stuff. So, there's possibly a crate somewhere full of things that I have not unpacked. But I have the Swift. I unpacked the Swift. So, I don't know the answer. The answer. Sarah says, I also use computer chairs to wind yarn. Okay. If it was left behind, Leonie would have called, honestly. She would have, been like, you left your crap here. I'm selling it on eBay. Oh, we have some good news. The good news is my husband has bought a new car. So I will have my car back, and I will be able to leave the house whenever I want. Well, within reason, and not be restricted to making appointments on Wednesdays and Fridays, and be able to go out and do things outside of those days. And I am so freaking happy about it. The game winner says, I can totally hear her say that. Oh, absolutely. Definitely. She would be like, I'm selling it. Thank you, Holly. But yeah, it seems like such a dumb thing to be so excited about, but I am very excited about it. And like the reality is, I don't leave the house every day, and I don't need to leave the house every day, but there are times, especially like if I want to pick something up for dinner or something like that, where I haven't been able to do it. So it's just one of those things where I'm like, okay, I'll have to get Tim or Abby to do it on their way home from work. And you feel bad because they're tired. They've worked a whole day, and now you're like, oh, can you stop in at Woolies? And they're both like, I'm like, well, it's not like I could have gone out and done it myself, So I'm very, very excited, and he seems pretty happy about it too. So I think, is it possible that I'm probably more excited about his new car than he is? Like, possibly. But I'm going to have my little red car back. My little red car. So I'm very, very, very happy. Very happy about the whole thing. All right, we're going to see if we can roll in another number and you know, go from there. Oh, Sally. Speaking of retreat, I did a thing. What did you do? You can't just leave that there and not tell us. Come on. Spill the tea. Just not down your shirt. Now we're all waiting on Sally. Oh my gosh. Sally, are you... Oh my goodness. That is so, so cool. That is so cool. Now, Abby has sent a photo to me. I need to check it because it's all Louis birthday stuff. Bear with me. Oh my gosh. You guys. Hang on. Under there. Louis is in a birthday hat. So he's getting a birthday petty. Hang on. Oh, did me smashing the keyboard trash anything? I hope not. I thought you guys would love to see that. Because he's getting, like, Abby's been grooming him, which is why he's looking a bit Raggedy Andy, but she struggles to do his black nails. So he's gone in for a birthday petty at the vets. Because is it National Vet Nurse Day? I think it's something like International Vet Nurse Day or National Vet Nurse Day or something like that. So they're having a little bit of a gathering at her clinic. So she's gone in today. And so has Louis because it's his birthday. All right, we're going to dice roll time. It's dice roll time. Roll the dice to choose the next colour. Alrighty. What's the colour that it's going to be? Number 3, Anemone. Hello, Anemone. Oh, I've got this little... I'm like, will that get me to the end? We'll see. I do have another ball. Alrighty, let's see. We may be ending on an anemone. This might be the last colour. Now, those of you that have been following along or need the rolls, I went into the Ravelry project and updated all of the dice rolls. I went through the whole blanket along the back and put every single colour dice roll number in that was used. So, if you want your own list of random numbers that were randomly randomized utilizing 4 different 8-sided dice, then you can totally go and use that list. Definitely entirely up to you. Like, I really wonder if this will be enough yarn to get all the way across. Probably not. Are you at a good length now to do a border? I think so. I'm going to go and grab a tape measure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step out with the blanket and throw it down on the ground in the living room and give it a quick measure. I'll throw up a Be Right Back screen. I should have measured it before the stream, and I didn't think to. I'm very sorry about that. But I'll give it a quick measury do's and see how we're going. But I think we're okay. Like, I don't think it's the perfect length. I think we ended up being a bit short of like the 2.1 meters that I wanted. 1.9 meters before the border. No, 2 meters before the borders, 2.1 meter after the border is what I really wanted. But I may not have that. So we can check. But I'm definitely, like, even when I first picked it back up, I was already happy. It was a happy enough length for a throw. So now it'll be in between a throw and a single. Oh, I don't think we're going to make it. I'm not even halfway. I'm not. Oh, I'll have to do a join. I was like, should I just go and grab the other ball and just rip it back and restart it? But no, I want to use up this little bit. I don't want to have a pile of million balls. Don't get too excited, Sarah. I only updated one project. Oh, gosh. Maybe I needed to clarify how I worded that. I updated a single project on Ravelry with all the dice rolls. So, yes, we'll see how it goes. I'll have to go and grab the other ball of purple over in the shelf just to finish this row. I mean, it's pretty cool that we're finishing on a purple, right? I mean, lots of us in the chat like purple. Andrew Can likes purple. There you go, Andrew. Good to see you there. So we'll get to finish this off. And then we're going to have some time where we do our border as well. We'll start the we should be able to start the slip stitching. While I didn't measure the blanket, I did grab the hooks and stuff that I needed to start the border. So this will be my goal to have this one finished by the end of October is not beyond the realm. The borders do take a long time, and you know, if we're going to try and utilize up and use up some of the rainbow colors, you know, do the first round in the flamingo pink, and then oops, there we go. No way that's going to make it to the end. And utilize some of the rainbow colors. I was thinking I could dice roll those as well, but the reality is I'm going to have to judge them based on how much is left in their ball, because I would prefer the whole round in the color if possible. I know on my oh, there we go. Just let me grab the next ball. Andrew Can, what are you doing? Andrew Can has gifted 5 memberships. So let's have a look and see who was able to score those. That was Teresa CM has received one. Jennifer Baker has one. Brandon has one. Knit Pearl and Squirrel with Granny D has one. And Knit Spin Girls has one as well. Ah, thank you, Andrew. I very much appreciate that. I very much appreciate it. All right, let me grab this other. That's so cool. That is so cool. All the hype. Kelly's throwing up the buy me a coffee link. We're getting so close to me being able to get a decent chair that doesn't make my back all angry. And now with extra channel supporters, I'm so excited. Oh, legs functioning. We have more purple. Oh, this is going to be yarn buff, isn't it? Soon you'll be able to set super chat goals. Oh, really? That would be very nice. That would be very nice. Right now I have a buy me a coffee goal, but it would be very cool to be able to do it all within YouTube. So yeah, there's quite a long list of some cool new features coming out, but I don't want to get too excited. Oh, look, I'm just going to have to go from the outside. I'm just going to have to go from the outside like a total heathen. This is just feels wrong. But I am at the right at the end, so you know. Where's my hook? I don't want to make too much of a mess of the yarn. So let us cross it over. Bring that one over there, this one over here, and work over the tail. But yeah, no, there's some cool stuff coming. There's some very interesting things. No real timelines though, which is like, so there'll be some girls here like, you haven't mentioned these things, Chantel, and I do normally keep everybody here pretty up to speed, but there's no real timelines. It's like a wish list of amazing things. So I can't wait to see them, honestly. There's like a whole pile of stuff coming with community where you guys will be able to write posts that people can respond to in the community tabs. You don't have to wait for me to write one that you can respond to, which I think is very cool. Yeah, just lots of options. I'm just worried that this is going to roll around and touch things I don't want it to touch. So yeah, lots of cool stuff. New YouTube features. So yeah. My goal is to remind Chantel of her homework. And which homework is that today, Andrew? Because then I can decide if I've already done it or not. I went in and I changed my channel membership level on your channel. I'm not sure if you noticed that, but I did that. And I've been looking at which videos I would like looked at to which videos that I'll be, want everyone to be able to see the back end. Andrew runs an amazing creator Discord, right? So if you're a creator, you should totally be in there. The KDCC. I don't think I've got a link. I'll grab one. I don't have one handy to drop, but it's the Can Do Creator community. You can find it by hitting Andrew's channel, right? And Andrew is just this phenomenal teacher, okay? And you guys know how I feel about good teachers. And so he teaches me so much cool stuff. Also, he's really nice to me. And, when my brain's being mean to me, he's super nice. So I kind of like it there. But Andrew teaches some really cool stuff and like lots of in-depth back-end YouTube stuff, which I love. And he's always showing us really, really cool, amazing things like to help us with channel growth. And because I do mostly live streams, it does make it a bit awkward. But yeah. Oh, yay. That's awesome. Thank you, Andrew. That is so cool. I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. All right. I'm trying to focus. I'm like, words not working. Coffee. There we go. Am I the only one who's actually quite excited that soon my Yeti will match my chair? Is that a weird thing to be excited about? Like, not only will the chair be super comfortable and not actually cause me damage and make me have to go to the chiropractor every week that like this one does, but it will match my Yeti. Oh, it'll match one of my Yetis. It won't match my tea Yeti, but tonally it'll match my tea Yeti. So, come on, Purple. We're nearly at the end. We're nearly at the end. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, what I want to do, right? Let me know if you agree in the chat, okay? I want to use either the green or the yellow to do the slip stitch edge that we work into. So you've got that visible line. So you've got the slip stitch as the visible line to be able to see. Let me just, do I have one? I'm like, do I have one handy? The answer is yes, I do. But did I make the, no, I don't think I wanted the slip stitch on that one visible. And the other one is in the wash, so I don't have that one handy. But yeah, I want the slip stitch line to be visible, like as like a, you know, like a nice color thing. And because, I mean, we do have a bit of green and yellow in the blanket. It's not like it was an unused color. I mean, I could do it with white. I don't want to do it with white. I want to do it with green or yellow. So what do you think would be the better little pop between the edge of the blanket and the first row of pink for the border? Do you think green or yellow? Hit me with your emojis for the emoji wall if you think green or yellow. Kelly says, create a poll. Oh, sorry, Kelly. We're just going to go straight up with emoji wall for this one. We're just going to look at all the pretty emojis. I mean, I can do a poll too. I can do a poll. Let me do a poll. Kelly's right. I should do a poll. Let me just show app. Let me go into the poll. So you guys can put all the emojis in, but then I'll do the poll as well, okay? So you guys can have the emojis going for funds while I find a poll. Apparently I can't spell, so that's cool too. All right, yellow, green. Alrighty, let me make the poll visible. I need to get rid of the anemone. Where's the poll? There it is. Oh, why are you doing that? Hang on. There we go. Which color to use for slip stitch? Green or yellow? So you need to type in either yellow or green, or a 1 or a 2 in the chat, and the poll will take that. I realized I chose the wrong poll thematic style, but if I change it now, everyone's votes have to be restarted. I don't want to do that. So let's go with that. While I finish doing this. Are you guys playing the game? Are you guys playing the game of keeping it at 50-50? Because that's not funny. I just want to say that. Not funny. Alrighty, we are at the end of the purple. I like the idea of the blue, but I think the yellow will just pop. The yellow and green will just pop a bit more. Like, I do love that blue, like, don't get me wrong, but I do think the yellow and green are a better option. Also, I have a lot more of them color-wise, like, left over. All right, let's get this last row of pinksicle in. Oh, I'm on the outside. Where's the inside end? There he is. I think you're the inside end. Are you the inside? I mean, I don't even know. Honestly, it's in such a bad way. Shannon says, I only voted 1. Yeah, I think you should only be able to vote once. I do have the toggle to allow multiple votes per user unchecked. So technically, you should only be able to actually vote once. So Looks like green's winning, you guys. I'm surprised. I'll be honest. I'm surprised. I was really keen on the yellow, but it looks like we're going green. Let me just double check I've got enough green to do it. Oh yeah, I should have enough green to do that. Has everybody voted? Oh no, there we go. We're back to 50-50. You guys are the worst, honestly. Back to 50-50. I'm leaving it until it's not 50-50 anymore, honestly. Everybody voted. Has everybody? I mean, the advantage, like the one thing is, it means I did choose good colors to choose between, you know? It's not like I was totally off the mark with one of the colors. That's like a landslide. So me being torn, I feel okay about this. I don't know what to do. It really is just sitting at 50-50. Roll the dice to let them decide. I mean, that looks like it's what it's going to come down to, isn't it? I think you're right there, Nat Power. Oh, no. There we go. Somebody who hadn't voted has voted now. Oh. Let me know in the chat if everybody has voted. So just, you know, type vote if you voted already. Alrighty. It's an odd issue. Oh, we're back to 50-50 again. Good job. Well done. Oh no, back up to yellows on top. Yeah, I agree, Knit Spin Girls. If it ends up being 50-50, I will have to do that. Like the odds is one color and the evens is the other. But it looks like yellow is winning. So I'm just having a look here. We've got 25 people who are watching. I'm just seeing how many votes we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people apparently. Not more than 9 of you voted, right? Anyway, I will leave it on while I'm finishing off this flamingo pink section. Like, I love this blanket, and I think it's going to be like the toastiest, most comfortable blanket that I've probably ever made, right? I really believe that. I think, like, because I like the good feeling of weight under a blanket. This will do that for sure. But I'll be really happy when I don't have to deal with this pink on the camera anymore, because it just doesn't like it. Really, it's just like, you know what? That pink is just too bright. That pink, too bright for video. We can take photos of it, but not for video. So, yeah. Well, to me right now, it's looking like yellow's winning. Yellow won, right? Should I end the poll? Has everyone voted? Maybe I should end the poll. I think I've just got, you know, when you like pull the yarn and you're like, that felt like I just tightened a knot. I feel like I've just tightened a knot inside the middle of the yarn bath. All right, let's. It's closed, and yellow was the winner. We're going to do the yellow slip stitch. There we go. Oh, yarn buff got me. There it is. I feel the knot. I got the knot. I think I've sorted it, at least for now. This is the downside of working from the inside of a ball. When you get to the end. In saying that, there's some yarn that I've been working with for some Christmas projects, and their cakes stay standing with just one row of yarn still there, like not two rows, but like you know, and it's just so bizarre to watch. I think that's why I my arm was so upset last night. Was just because I was just like, I wonder when it'll fall down, and I kept crocheting like. I wonder when it'll fall down. And it just never fell down until it got to until there was literally nothing to hold it up. I was just like, whoa, that just doesn't happen. Yeah, me too, Holly. Me too. I don't see it very often. Just gotta lean forward. My pants are rubbing on the chair and making creaky noises. Polyester pants on a pleather chair. Actually, I think this one's actually leather, but yeah, not the best thing. Kelly asking a great question here. Are you going to dice roll the border, or are you going to work out the maths to use as much of the yarn up as possible? I think I'm going that way. Because I do have, I want to utilize as much of it. I mean, I'm going to use the same amount of yarn no matter what, right? I want 3 rows of the border around every side. Now, on the queen, I didn't have enough yarn to do entire rows, so I'd do like an L edge or something in a color. And it worked for sure. It definitely worked. And you know, like if I've got to do it's 6 rounds on each side of, because it's an enclosed border, so 6 rounds on each side of the border. And I want to have the pink as the first round on both sides of the border, because that's the thing. This is a closed border. It's not just 3 rounds of treble. It's actually 6 rounds of treble plus like closing that up. So I'm not going to be able to do it all with the pink, but I definitely would like to be able to get at least the first round on the front done with the pink. If I can get the front and the back first round with the pink, I'd be very happy, but I'd at least like to get the first round of the front done all with all pink. We'll see how it goes. It will be strange to pack the dice away. It really will. One thing is, so it'd be really good when I'm hunting for a D8 in my dice bag, and then remembering that's right, my D8s don't live in my dice bag; they live on my set. That will be that'll make things easier. Actually, right now I don't have a single D8. All 4 of my D8s are here. So, yeah. I mean, it could have been an excuse just to buy another mixed batch of dice from the dice company I love that do like their really fantastic dice. Who Natural 20, I think is what they're called on Etsy. Let me just double check, because I love them a lot and I haven't looked at their website in ages, and now I'm going to go and look. It could be really bad. They could have like some really cool stuff. Natural 20. Uh-oh. That is not who I thought it was. Hang on, let me just right into Etsy here. We'll check who my previous orders are from. Natural 20 dice. Thank you for grabbing that link. Where are they? Here we go. Natural 20 AU they are. Oh my gosh. Oh, I should not have looked. I so should not have looked. All right, I'm going to show you a screen. I'm going to show you a screen share. You ready? Because if I should not have looked, then you definitely should not have looked. All right. Oh my God. Look at the black sparkle resin dice. They are gorgeous. This is such the worst page for me. Like, why do I do this? Like, why? Like, look at this Santa's Little Helpers dice set. Oh, look at the Aurora Borealis. They are gorgeous. Why do I do this? Why do I do this? I really don't even want... Oh, my gosh. Oh, what happened there? Come back. Come back. They are amazing. Look at those. Oh, I want to go back. Oh my gosh, look at this. Merry Lit Christmas. That's so cute. Oh, wow. That is amazing. All right, what are the details? Merry Lit Fairy Lights. 2.3 meter long with 20 dice lights for indoor use only. The dice are clear and the lights are colored. Oh my gosh, how adorable is that? That is so cool. That is... See, and look, this is what I normally go for. I normally go... Because I can't choose, right? Look at this. Who could choose? Like, look at these Wild Magic Dungeons and Dragons with the purple and the... Right? So I do this. I go for the mystery dice sets. And I just let them choose. And I don't think, like, other than the occasional sort of a bit plainish one, right? I'm just going to pull my dice out here. I don't think that I've been unhappy with the dice over, like, I've never been unhappy with any of the dice. Like, I like getting the mixed ones. Kelly's like, I just pulled my dice out too. Are we all just a little bit sad? I mean, is that what this is? Which is... Oh. It's so hard for me not to get new ones each year. I know. I'm like, do I really need more than 3 sets of dice? Probably not. Or 4. 4 sets of dice, because I've got my commercial dice too. But like, these are so gorgeous. And I love them all. And I'm like, I've got other friends who play and they're like, oh my gosh, you need more dice. And I'm like, do I? Do I though? Oh my gosh, that's so bad. Okay. Kelly says I knew exactly which humbug it was. Yeah, Game Widow's made special dice ones with a dice for it's a D20 as the pull. Like, how could I not? I had to have that one. Anyway, sorry, sidetracked. Ugh. What other colours have they got? Oh my gosh, look at the Aztec dungeon. Oh, they are so good. Everything is so good. These metallic ones are gorgeous. I'm not I like the look of metallic ones. I prefer to roll resin though. I'm just like that. Oh my gosh. Don't look. Are they rainbows? Look at the rainbows and clouds. They're gorgeous. These guys are so darn talented. I mean, check out this one. That's kind of cute too. But, oh. Shannon says, according to my daughter, You can never have too many dice. I mean, that is true. That is true. Frankenbugs. Oh my gosh, Game Widows. If you can do a Frankenbug that has a little bit of the Gamer Dice fabric, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. But yeah. Sarah is asking a question. Let me just drop back because I'll keep crocheting here. But what will you work on when you have no mosaic? So, because like, you know, I don't have any other projects on the go. She said never. I have about 20 projects I could be working on. I'll be really honest. It's like, and that's not just one, like I've started a few, but I also have a backlog of projects I want to start that I'm holding off starting. So, I've got like a blanket I want to make out of the clearest cotton, which I've already pulled aside. And I've got like, I'm actually working on 3 other blankets right now that I can't show because they are Christmas presents. I have other crochet and knit projects that are on the go because they are Christmas presents that I can't show. But because I can't show any of those, having some that I can just sort of finish. So I want to finish my Jethro, which is the cardigan. So I've done all the crochet. I still just need to get in and knit the sleeves. So and the neckbands. But I've put that aside so I can finish this guy. So I've got a lot of projects. Oh, Shannon says my daughter is a dice dragon. Oh, yeah, bring on the dice dragons. Oh, my kid's got me some with toadstools in the middle. That is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Mel says there's another great dice company for local Aussies. Yeah, so this one is also an Australian company, but yeah, called Rolled with Advantage. My daughter has bought stacks from them. I have to check that out too. Have you seen the shawl pattern, Biscotti, where you roll dice to choose what stitch pattern you use? I think they're designed for Advent yarns. Oh my gosh, I have not. I may have an entire bag of, they're not minis, they're leftovers. Some are mini length, some are more than mini length. Majority are less than a mini length of the last of my sock yarns from when I was dyeing. So I've got like a whole woolly shopping bag full of it. Probably if I wound them into little balls or something, they would take up a lot less space. I should probably do that actually. I'm just at that point where I was, yarn buff, where I changed colors before, so it's a little messy. Let's just double check. I did get sidetracked and I don't want to realize that I screwed up 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. But yeah, Bianca's got to go. See you later, Bianca. See you on Saturday. Little balls of yarn and dice would be cool. Wouldn't that be amazing? I can't imagine how they would do it, but it would be very cute and very amazing, especially for using on yarn projects. Like that would be super cool. Like if you'd be like, hey guys, I would like to order like 20 of these, but can we put like little balls of yarn in the middle? That would be very cool. Oh, Game Widows shop is back from holiday mode. Yay! More listings coming soon. Just need to photograph and finish the Frankenbug. So to describe what a Frankenbug is, right? So we have our standard, you know, humbugs, right? These guys. Okay. Standard humbugs in all their adorable, cute fabrics. Frankenbugs are if there was only enough of the fabric to do one side with one color and one side with another color. You know, so and have you like, is it just half and half, or is it like even split down and more and stitched together like patchwork? Because I love the idea, because there's so many cool fabrics. Sometimes I can't choose, and if I could just choose by choosing a side, that would be cool too. So yeah, because I love Frankenbugs. They're half and half, fantastic. Love it. So yeah, so it's so that, you know, the because some of these fabrics that Game Widows gets, they are not cheap fabrics. So having any wastage is bad, right? So being able to have like this opportunity to grab a Frankenbug is like saves from like, not only saves from landfill, but also means that if you've got a fabric like me, who I'm obsessed with my humbugs matching my project bags, but didn't always buy them together like an idiot, only to find that you know, the fabric's not around anymore, then being able to at least get like a Frankenbug with like half of the fabric in that color, I'm just doing a dance. I cannot wait until they are ready. Because I love stuff like that. Marja Craft every now and again do Franken wheels, which I absolutely love. So they try very hard to match all the wood tones together, but wood is a natural product. And even though they come from all the same forest, sometimes there's changes in the wood, right? So sometimes, you know, there might be 3 petals to choose from, but only 2 work together. Well, then they'll have like all these petals that they're all perfect and they're all the right sizes and they're all exactly perfect. But sometimes I'll have like a lighter petal here and a darker petal here with a totally different tone of wood here. And like all the different pieces are all different shades of wood. I love those. And if I hadn't known about them before I bought my Susie Pro, I would have tried to get a Franken Susie. Because to me, those are even more special wheels. And I feel the same way about the Frankenbugs. They'll be even more special. And I cannot wait until they are released into the wild. So if you want to beat me to Gamer Widows' Frankenbugs, make sure you go to her Etsy store and do the heart thing where you're notified when new crap is listed. Is that the thing? Is that what we do? Where we heart it? You follow the shop. Yeah, follow her shop so that you know, you might beat me. Maybe. If you're fast. I'm out of coffee. No, I've still got a sip. I don't know why I started drinking the tea. I've still got coffee left. Alrighty. Now this is the second last Thursday of the month, and I want to finish our border by the end of next week's live stream. So what I'm going to do is work on it a little bit through the week. Okay. So I will make sure there's at least something for us to do next week with it. But I will get it ready to be finished. So if, you know, I'll go back in and I'll weave in ends and I'll do all that sort of stuff. So that the end of next week, once we finish off the final stitches, I'll just pull that back to where it needs to be. It is done. You know what I mean? Like it'll be completed. So I'll make sure that all the ends are woven in. I've got to go in and trim the ends, trim these down to a certain length. And then slip stitch the border in. I'm going to be using a 5.5mm hook to be doing the slip stitch edgings. So that I've got a little bit more wiggle room when I am joining on my border stitches. And then I will do the first round back and front in pink if I can. I'll definitely do the front in pink. If I can get the back in pink as well, I will do that as well, just the first round. And then after that, I'll have a look at the colors I've got, because like obviously I've got a lot of purple, right? And I think, and a lot of green. So I got a whole roll of purple. I've got this much green plus a whole other row of green, right? But I have a lot of Rooster left. I have a lot of this pink, the Galah left. Oh no, that's, I'm like, oh my God, did I just find another pink? No, that's for the border. That's what Claire sent me. I was very excited for a second there. I've got a lot of the blue left. So we need 8 colors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, because, no, what am I saying? We don't need 8 colors. We need 4 because we're going to have 2 rows on the front and 2 rows on the back in not pink. So we've got the pink, we've got the green, we've got the purple, we've got the blue. So we've definitely got those. There'll be enough of each of those to do. We're going to be using the yellow to add in the slip stitching edge. So we don't need the yellow. So maybe pink or rooster. There's more rooster left than pink. So maybe rooster on the back. We'll put rooster on the back. I don't know what we'll do. Maybe we could do the half and halves just to use it up. I don't know. But that's what we've got. And all that's left over in the cupboard is one more roll of green and a roll of white, which I won't be using for this. But in saying all this, Abby is obsessed with the blue and the blue, the pink, and the green, which is why there's actually extra rolls of each of those colors, because I was making Abby stuff for the snow in those. Because while we all know acrylic doesn't keep you anywhere near as warm as wool does, wool makes Abby ridiculously itchy. So I send her down to the snow in acrylic, which feels wrong in so many ways, but at least she'll wear it. So what can I do? Really? What can I do? Photo in the fun zone. Awesome. Let me just go back here. Excellent. So what do you guys think of the plan for the border? Do you think I should just do like a side and an edge with each color to try to use as many of the colors as I can in the borders? Or should I just choose 4 of the colors to do border rows with? Or, big one, should I just make the border an extra row wide so that I can fit in 6 of the colors? So, I mean, that's always an option too, because I've got the 3-row border just because that's what I'm used to. This is a decent sized blanket. I don't think a 4-row border would look terrible. I think a 3-row is fine. I think a 4-row would be pushing it for a wide border, but I also think it could look good. Oh, it's a knot right there. Are you kidding me? Extra row, all the colors. Well, and this is the thing. It'll be, yeah, if we do the extra row, because the yellow is being utilized on the yellow is being utilized as the slip stitch color, and it can be a backup color in case one of the colors runs out. So we could do it that way if you think that could work. Extra row, all the colors. If you have enough yarn to use every color, that would be my vote. Whatever works with the amount of yarn you have left. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I like the idea of the extra color because it'll give us that little bit of extra length too. I mean, it'll give us a bit of extra width, which is fine, but it'll also give us a little bit of extra length. Maybe an extra, I don't know, I want to say 3 centimeters. So maybe an extra inch by doing the extra color, because it's 2 treble rows. Because it's top and bottom is what that is. Like top of the blanket and bottom of the blanket. Use it all up. So just keep going till I'm out. I mean, I do that with all my other kits, so I don't know why I'm not thinking that should be okay for this. Oh my gosh, this feels so weird. We're getting to, like, this is the last row, like last standard row of the blanket. We've done the last color row. This is the last standard row. And then we'll just do gotta go get ready for work. Bye, Nat. And then we just do one row of, let me just check the bottom because I want it to match as close as possible. So, oh, that's just single crochets inside of chains. So if I've got single crochets, I know it's really hard to see, single crochets in chains that I worked into straight away, should I just do a row of single crochet across the top? Or should I do them as half double crochet so it's nearly like I've got the single and a chain? Like, let me know. I'm thinking the half double. I might do a couple just to have a look and see if it's going to do what I want it to do. That felt weird. Do you know what? Let's just put them back in the dice bag. This is like an epic moment. Are we ready? The D8's back in the dice bag. It's the first time they've been back in the dice bag since this project started. Oh, actually, that one doesn't go in the dice bag. That one goes in here with my commercial. Is it that one? Yeah, it's this one. This one goes in with my commercial set. Oh my gosh, that felt... Gosh, that's weird. That's a weird feeling. All right, let me have a look. What am I doing here? There it is. All right. Yeah, I'm thinking a half double crochet row will do what I need it to do. Yeah. It'll give the look. It's different, but it will give the look. So it's a little taller. Whereas if we just do the single crochets, no, I think the singles are fine. Let's just do the singles. The singles will be fine. They'll do the job. This feels so surreal. It's kind of like, you remember guys when I finished like the final pattern rows of the Queen? And it was just like, it had been so long in the making. This has not been anywhere near the same length in the making as the Queen, but oh my goodness, it feels it. I'm not sure. It's definitely in my Ravelry. If someone could pop in and check Ravelry for me, I definitely added. I was looking at it the other day, and I can't think of when we started. I do know it got put aside for like 6 months at least. Yeah, it is. It's Queen vibes, isn't it? I mean, it is mosaic crochet, and we are about to start the same sort of border and everything like that. Definitely Queen vibes, but like the finishing of the actual body of the blanket, it's like a whole weight is lifted off. Like, I'm like, okay, I think I could probably get this finished in the arbitrary time frame I've given myself. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Still got to finish the edges yet. Still got to do the borders. Still got to weave in the few, but they are there. There's just a few of them though, a few ends. So, yeah. I'm gonna sip of my coffee. It nearly went down the wrong way. We're like, let's start the stream by wearing water and end the stream by spitting out coffee onto our blanket. Let's not do that. I would really prefer not to do that if that's okay. Wow. And I think we've got just enough, like we'll definitely have enough of this pink to get across as well. I think. Like I probably just jinxed myself now. Like, no you don't. Oh, you have to do a join right at the end. Loser. Started the 16th of March 2023. So 18 months? Maybe it is. Maybe it is queenish, sort of. How long did the queen take? It took 3 years, right? The queen took years. I do know that this had been put aside and not touched for since like January or February or something. So next week's stream will be a Halloween themed stream, and we'll be finishing this project, hopefully finishing, and talking about the next project we're going to start working on, because I'll need another project for the stream. So, you know, probably because I don't know if I'll be, I'll need to check the Jethro to see if I'm, if I'll be able to do any of that on camera. I don't want to give away any of the secret information of the how the sleeves are joined on or anything like that. So I don't want to do any of that on camera. The Queen was 2 years and 2 months, and this was, so this is pretty close. Like the Queen, like, I mean, I feel like I did much better with the Queen, right? Because the Queen was a lot more detailed, and B, larger than queen size blanket. This is smaller, but yeah, this is smaller and less detailed. But it did go, and the Queen went in the naughty corner for a while too. I think the difference with the Queen was I was able just to keep working on that between streams though, because it was there was a pattern to follow. Whereas with this one, we were limiting between stream work to whatever extra dice rolls I'd done. So yeah, interesting. I know towards the end of the Queen, I really powered, like off camera. Whereas this one, I really couldn't do that. I had to limit to what dice rolls I had. But interesting all the time. I was just about to start doing the pattern again because it's like I'm doing the pink. I should not be doing singles all the way across. It feels alien and wrong. We are coming up to the, oh no, we've still got a ways to go. I'm like, oh, we're coming up to the end. No, we're not. About halfway. Then I need to tie off a few more ends just from the extra rows that we've done today, and I think a couple more. Oh, so many knots. So barfy. So much yarn barf. And Claire did send me an extra ball, which is why we were able to save any for the border. Wow, it feels very, it's been a long time that we've been working on this project. I know some of you gave up and moved on because I took too long a break in the middle. And I hope that you dig yours back out and finish it off as well. I think it's going to make an amazing blanket. So squishy. So very warm. Oh, impressive stitching, thank you. Just a lot of stitches. I've got a knot here. Have I made it worse? It appears I have. Good job, me. Well done. I really need to get my reading glasses prescription checked. I just don't think I'm seeing as clearly as I was with my glasses on. All right, let's grab the end here and feed this through. I actually think it's stuck between like an edge. It's like, wow, there's a fly in here. It's really annoying. I just want to say. Just keep that looped there. Yeah, there is, it's caught between strands. That's a weird place, a weird way to have a knot. I think I'm going to have to cut through this one. How annoying. Because it looks like, let me just see if it's just a snarl. So that's fine there. No, it's definitely through a strand. How is that even possible? It'll look great hanging over my mint green. I think this one has a home now. I think it has a home. Based on how that I just cut through that and then pulled it and then it's just lined itself back up again. I technically could keep going with that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to cut through it and join it properly and get rid of like the shoddy bits. Frustrating to have to do a join on this last row, but Shannon Cooper, have an amazing day. Thanks for jumping in. I'm going to keep going till I get to the end of this row. Oh, what am I doing there? Yeah, this one I don't think is going to stay here. I think I know who this one's going to. I don't want to say yet though, just in case, you know. So once we finish this, it's weave in the ends. It is trim off the border edge pieces, start the slip stitching, and then go from there. So we have inside the blanket is 6 times 200-gram balls of pink. We are nearly at the end of the stitching. Wow. Thank you guys for hanging out until I get to the end. We've got the last handful of stitches. There's yarn bath in the way. Move. Alrighty. 3, 2, 1. Done. That's it. That's it. Where is the rest of that pink? This much left. Not even enough to slip stitch closed an edge, I don't think. Wow. Gosh, that is... Wow. Gold confetti. Let me see if I can find some gold confetti for us. I definitely had some. There we go. We got some gold confetti. It's not scented, but there it is. Nope, the gold confetti's not moving. Oh my goodness. Wow. Thank you for the clapping hands and the celebration emojis. Oh my goodness. Wow. There's a lot of work. We've got a few ends to weave in. There's not a ton, really. There's a couple. Some of them I worked through. They just need trimming once it blocks. Or washes. I'm not going to block this. That's right. I said that. I'm not going to block it. But yeah, like I've only got, like I tied knots up to there. So I've only got those last few to tie up. So, oh my goodness, that was such... It's not, I mean, it's not finished yet, but that's the last of the actual blanket stitching left to go. Now we just got the border. And then it's done. So next week, oh, I like those fireworks, Knits Being Girl Creations. Thank you. Next week we'll have those. So this, I just, you know, this way I know that they're all tied in. I don't have to think about that job anymore. It's all done. That's, there we go. Yeah, I'm nearly there. So what I'll do later is I'll actually lay out the edge and trim these all off to be a similar length. So, you know, if I'm going to do a 4-row border, I can leave a bit more in there to fill it. But yeah, just trim these all off at a similar length because right now they're all over the shop. So I'll trim them all down. And start the slip stitching. Feels so weird. I feel so weird that it's all done. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm going to run off as well. Thank you all so much for hanging out till I finished putting in that last stitch. Oh my gosh. Huge thank you to those of you that have been chipping into my either channel memberships or buy me a coffees, or all those sorts of things that help me get closer towards my chair goal. And I'm hoping to buy that very soon. I'm thinking in the next week or so. I'm just gonna, you know, do the rest of it. But I very, very much appreciate it. And I will see you all here next week. Now, remember, Caffeinated Crafters people, this Saturday is the final Kiwanda Cafe meetup. We'll be putting, I'll be checking out some places for the December one. But just keep your eyes peeled and let me know before you come if you're new and you'll be coming to December. So I'll see you all next time. Bye now. I can't find the end screen. There it is.